This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
A homeowner on Long Island made a shocking discovery when uncovering his pool for the summer. Shocking, I tell you. He found a body floating in the water after he pulled off his pool cover. That'd be some snit, dude.
Bingo!
You're like, oh.
Bingo!
Man. So he called...
Poke it with a stick. See if it's dead.
Dude.
Where's this at?
Long Island.
Long Island. Good. And it had a cover on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Call 911 after making the find of a man's body in his pool. Neighbors trying to figure out who the person may have been and what could have happened. The dude's not talking to the news.
Yeah.
One of the neighbors said, I don't know why somebody would try to get under the cover. It's not a smart thing to do. I really wouldn't be happy opening my pool to find that. Thank you, neighbor.
You might as well just fill it and use him for a flotation device. I mean, let's just get on with the summer already.
Well,
it's hot
how
out.
long has he been in there? Because I'm going to tell you a story. Gather around, kids, for story time.
Oh.
Okay, so... One year when I took my pool down, it was like October by the time I got the beginning of October, whatever,
No.
by the time I got my pool down. But I had already had it mostly drained.
Right.
You know? So.
Got a possum in there?
It was a squirrel.
Oh, squirrel!
And it had been sitting in there for a bit.
Yeah.
So it was like a squirrel glob.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can have squirrel nuts, squirrel kebab, squirrel on stick, squirrel rice, squirrel surprise, squirrel pot roast. That's about it.
Squirrel glob.
Squirrel glob, my favorite. It's like cotton candy, but a little hairy.
Uh-huh. So I don't know how long this dude's been floating in that pool, but man, oh man.
I might freak out a little bit. I wonder if he crawled in there after a crime or something.
Well, hold on, buddy.
Oh, here we go.
So the medical examiner is going to try to determine the victim's identity and how he may have died. Investigators are looking into whether the person found may have been 23-year-old Matthew Zoll, a fugitive of the law. Police believe he stabbed his 61-year-old father to death in their Rocky Point, New York home in November, and he's been on the run ever since. So where this body was found is not far from Rocky Point.
Gotcha.
It was very strange. We all just thought he left town, got on a train or a bus. Police were searching for weeks after Zoll stabbed this dude, but he was never found. So it could be that guy.
If I was, I would have recreated the Caddyshack scene and screamed, "Duty!"
Stable Rock and Lewis Station are owned by the same guy.
Ah, okay.
There you go. Yeah. Gross.
That's why people pay to have people open their pool up for them and have, you got to put the filters in and all the things.
Man, just say Sunday afternoon, you're like, man, yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend.
You need to hire
Let me
those.
Get the pool open.
You need to hire those guys that came over and clean up all the bodies at John Wick's house at the beginning of the movie when he killed everybody. When he killed his dog. You give him a gold coin. What'd you do if you found a body in your pool?
Well, I suppose I'd call 911 or something.
No.
Or do you call the non-emergency number because they already dead? I don't know.
Yeah, we got a dilemma on our hands. I might check him to see if he's got some money on him or something. Why not?
I'm just gonna F up the crime scene right away.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like
you're like, here, let me put my fingerprints all over this guy.
There's like Doritos all over the crime in the pool. Like what? So, you guys sell tickets to the dead body in the pool crime scene?
Oh no,
that is bizarro. But you think you'd smell? Although in the water, would you smell a body?
Well, and if it's an in-ground pool with a nice cover on it,
yeah,
you're not gonna.
I guess maybe it tamps the smell
and
down. How often are you out back? I guess if you're
right, and how hot has it really been out there?
Right, not hot enough.
Yeah, crazy.
God, is that weird?
Mm-hmm.
A dead body. I have yet to witness a dead body in the wild. How about you?
Well, I mean, I was there when old people died at the.
Well, that was your negligence. What was your...
Me slowly smothering them with pillows. Jesus Christ, dude.
No, they were into it. I swear to God. I got a great boner out of it. It was great. I guess I held the pillow too tight. No, I've never seen. Yeah, I've never seen a dead body.
Yeah.
I guess I don't need to. Seen enough in the movies and TV. I guess I don't need to. I sure don't want one in my water feature at my house.
Yeah. Right. No kidding. No kidding.
That's unbelievable. Let's see if we have somebody seen a dead body. Hello. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
You
I think about that. The odd thing about that pool boy is that people swim in the ocean with thousands of dead bodies, but freak out if there's one body.
That's so true.
Well, that's well, right. Well, you don't. The dead bodies in the ocean, though, don't they get eaten by sharks, or are they preserved if they're deep enough?
Well, yeah, I mean,
no, I don't think you are where the dead bodies.
No idea.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know. It's not like I've ever disposed of anyone out there. You know.
Why? Have you seen a dead body in the ocean?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I was in the Army, not the Navy.
Well, why do you assume there's so many? What are you thinking about the Titanic or something?
Well, all the shipwrecks. Yeah, you got the Titanic by itself. Yeah.
Yeah, but there
thousands of.
Not to mention the mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Concrete shoes.
Yeah.
All right, man. Sounds good. Okay, thanks.
Does it? Does it sound good?
That's the most unscientific blanket statement I've ever heard in my life. I'm not even going to comment on that. Hi, how's it going?
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's the dead body to water ratio.
That's right. Yeah, there you go, dude.
Okay, that's better. That's what I was trying to think of. Thank you.
Holy crap, because if you have a pool and a dead body and you see it, you're not going in the water.
Right.
However, if there's a dead body across the corner of the pool and you can't see it, would you go swimming in it?
Yeah, if I don't
Probably
know.
not.
If I can't see the body, I'm going in.
Good morning, Dee.
Good morning. How are you?
So bizarre.
Great. But just to let you know, the dead body to water ratio is very low in my end. I need lots of water with minimal dead bodies.
Yeah. Is that too much to ask, you know?
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
One of Madison's most debated events will roll through the city next month. The 15th World Naked Bike Ride is set for June 21st.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I came from Alabama to see some naked people.
Didn't we all?
Welcome.
You know, there's naked people everywhere, lady.
Enjoy my balls.
The ride is meant as a celebration of body positivity and a protest against oil dependency. You don't have to be naked to participate.
Keep my penis away from moving bicycle parts, spokes and chains and whatnot.
Right. Riders can wear as much or as little as they feel comfortable doing.
Yeah.
Just throw your labia right on that bike seat.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ almighty. Whew. A bicycle is also not required. See how dumb this is?
Can you?
It's the World Naked Bike Ride, but you don't have to be naked or on a bike.
Can you singe your labia on a hot bicycle seat?
Well, not singe, but it would be ouchy.
Yeah, it's very sensitive, wouldn't it?
How would it feel to put your taint on a hot bicycle seat?
Well, I don't think I ever have, so I'm just assuming
things.
things.
I haven't either.
I'm just assuming things.
Any human-powered mode of transportation is allowed as long as riders are respectful of each other. So, you could take your little scooter down there.
I'm going to pull you around naked in a little red wagon. You can throw fairy dust at everybody.
This is nightmare fuel is what this is. The event garnered scrutiny from lawmakers in 2023 after a 10-year-old girl joined the ride.
Yeah, I remember that. Everybody went haywire. Didn't we just kind of cut it loose? Yeah, it's just like, all right, just ignore it. It'll go away.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we even bother with it much anymore.
A state assembly committee approved a pair of bills that year barring minors from participating in the event and making it a crime.
Right.
Intentionally expose oneself. Those measures did not become law.
Yeah.
The ride will start at 11 a.m. You have been warned. It is lunchtime on June 21st. Riders will be told the gathering point at least one day in advance, but the route will not be publicized, so it's going to be a freaking surprise.
I'm going to go, but I'm going to fast for 12 hours before I get down there and then have a late lunch after.
Holy.
Yeah.
So you can find more information on the Riders website.
Yeah, because I remember the argument.
You can link to from the Channel 3000 article.
Where do you say it started? Up on a square? Where
it doesn't say.
Yeah.
They don't
put it out, right?
Publicize the route.
Right. Forgot about that.
But if you are a chair sniffer, this is your day, buddy.
Dude.
This is you've been waiting all year.
Get some Perel on that seat. I remember the big argument with the kid, that blew up in World War III. And they're like, all right, well, then we won't even tell you where everybody's naked at. And then the opposite goes, well, you can't go to a beach where everybody's naked unless it's 18 plus. They tend to, partition that off, whatever, like nude beaches where, past this point, you get fair warning.
Right.
You're going to see some buttholes. Mm-hmm. But enough about
12-point stink stars.
12-point stink stars.
Some leather Cheerios. Some chili rings.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do we care? Has anything changed? I don't care. I don't have to. I choose to not look, so I don't care. I just don't want to see a bunch of overweight, hairy people on bicycles. Yeah, wow. No offense. I mean, go crazy. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, I don't. I could not muster up a care.
I think the kid thing grossed out a lot of armchair quarterbacks when it came to the bike ride.
Right.
I don't think people paid attention until, you threw the kid into the mix, and everybody's got an opinion now. But the kid is probably with some parents who run around naked all day at the house.
Probably a bunch of nudists, yeah.
Probably a bunch of nudists.
Right, which...
I think they ought to do it in January. In the middle of January when it's 10 below and everything's shrunk up.
And that's a statement.
Now that sends a message. Not only do you care about the environment, you're completely insane.
The kid thing, because of other people, you have to protect your child.
Well, pedophiles.
Right.
Yeah, you're talking about weirdos with cameras. I mean, sure.
And you're just throwing your kid out there.
Yep.
But then I'm all like, well, that's your kid.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's a license.
Can't tell you how to parent.
Yeah,
Just like I can't tell you to not. There's your kid, an altar boy. There's your, whatever. People put their kids out there in situations all the time.
What does the greater bike community think of this? This can't be a sponsored thing by people that wear clothes and bicycle. Is that a group?
Is there a divided?
Is there a division there? There has to be probably some pretty strong opinions there. From I see people, they're out training and whatnot with bicycle shorts on, which also leave nothing to the imagination as well. I see them balls all day. But what do you think? What do you think the?
I feel like
they're like, knock it off. You
feel like it's two totally different
groups.
Yeah,
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The athletes that are training, they're probably not part of that hippie body positivity hairy movement. They're all shaved for aerodynamics.
Completely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and then I don't know. It's so Madison, isn't it? The World Naked Bike Ride being here.
And maybe I haven't been keeping track of this as far as you know. But maybe most people aren't naked. Maybe it's one or two dudes.
You know it's dudes.
And some boobs.
You know it's guys with the long ball sack.
Swinging to and fro.
Right.
Yeah. As long as you don't get in an accident. God, you imagine like
landing. The same looking guys.
Like landing on your balls. I mean, talk about things the chafing. Good God.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't know.
But I think most people, when they hear World Naked Bike Ride, they're like, psh, damn heavies.
And then it's like, World Naked Bike Ride, do I put my lips to one side or do I spread them over evenly?
Just put a little Band-Aid over the labia. Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great great question. I don't know the answer. I don't medically and scientifically. I'm not even going to gamble on that answer. But you think about your saving. What's it for? Oil or energy independence? Is that what?
Yeah.
Without oil, you don't have a bicycle tire. You know.
Oh, I know
that bicycle you're on is probably 80% oil byproduct.
Right. So. The oil dependency thing. Yeah.
You might want to walk.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because I do remember saying, which is always the weird dichotomy to me. I see naked people with a bicycle helmet on. I'm like, what's that all about?
Dude.
You know what I'm saying?
They still want to protect their brain.
Well, you're defeating the whole purpose of it.
The skin knee is fine. My brain, no.
You're not racing. You're just you're on a bicycle pedaling to not rip your balls off in an accident. That's what you're doing. You're not racing.
How long is the ride?
I don't know. Can't be much. Maybe they ride through a parking garage. Who knows? That'd be even better. Do it in the parking garage, and then you sell some tickets.
Right.
Like 5 perverts down in the parking garage.
Yeah. It'd be great if this was like a Tournament of Destruction event.
Oh, yeah. No, I like we say, you don't like to yuck somebody's yum. But it just seems there seems to be an element of the worst of society taking advantage of something like that.
Well,
that's why you try to
you
try to. Well, sure. I'm just saying.
I'm sure the majority is fine, hippie people.
Yeah,
just doing their thing, and let them feel like they're making a difference.
Sure, not a problem.
You know what I mean?
Let me see if I have a naked person on the phone right now. Nope. Hello. How's it going?
Isn't this where we established last year that if you have a permit, you can go anywhere naked?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think
we all know that it's going to be saggy meat curtains hanging over those bike seats.
Mm-hmm. You know this. You know this.
It's your aunt, your hippie aunt.
Well, you could say
right.
well, don't look at it. Well, it's the car accident that you I mean, imagine you're driving around town with your grandparents in town because your kid's graduating.
Right.
And
but also why old people say they don't go to Madison anymore.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That could be. I don't know. And I'm not disgusted by the human body. I love it. I just think there's a pervy element to it. But whatever, dude. I mean, you're not.
Their own, but I just don't understand it.
I love nudity, and I don't think. I think women should be allowed to walk around topless. I do, but there's a difference between boobs and other body parts, and where you might
Correct.
be allowed to show them. You know. But I don't know. I'm not sexualizing. I know. Stop sex. You're the one doing it. It's you. You're the weirdo. No, I'm not.
I am.
You are. Caller.
It's me.
Caller.
I'm the weirdo.
It's me. I'm the weirdo. I did it.
But then it goes away, and we don't even talk about it for
another year.
For another year.
Nobody, I know.
I don't even think enough people turn out to even bother with it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how many were there.
Do you think there's people that are actually like, oh man, I can't wait for the naked bike ride this year. We're gonna have so much fun.
Oh yeah, there's like a group of 6 people that are pumped about it every year.
We're gonna map it all out. This is where we're gonna go.
Yeah. Well, it's like going to a nude beach. It's not the people you want to see generally, but that's okay. I don't care. Have a great time out there.
Hey, it's like going to the nudist camp just to make sure you wanted to see all the old people nude.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, all right, thanks. It's like, it's not like you go, hey, leave your kids at home. It's naked bike ride day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. But it's not just Madison. It's all over the country, right?
Yeah, I guess Milwaukee does it.
Portland,
too.
I remember seeing, everybody. St. Louis, everybody does it. So that's it. Besides the what body part gets tucked where? Not too mysterious. Just don't go down and look at it. Hi, how's it going?
Hey Johnny, how you doing, man?
Good.
Does Arby's support that bike ride? Are they the sponsor?
I think this year they are. They have the meats, I believe, in both.
They do have the meats. You're correct.
On both sides.
And, what happens to the long balls when they get twisted up in the bike spokes like a wind chime?
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, I thought about that.
It's bad.
That's a bad look.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think it's just nobody. I just in a weird way, nobody looks good naked on a bicycle, and I'm prejudging.
I mean, I'd look like a fur-covered water heater if I sat on a bicycle.
A fur-covered water heater. Great band name. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Now back to our program.
Good morning.
It's morning.
What's for breakfast?
I want a hamburger.
For breakfast.
Yeah, for breakfast.
Cheeseburger or hamburger?
Personally, I prefer hamburger.
I'm having a mandatory hamburger.
What is it, National Hamburger Day?
As a matter of fact, it is.
Happy National Hamburger Day.
Hamburger.
All right, let's get cooking.
It's showtime.
Yeah, dude.
Man, George Michael. He used to push in some raw beef down at the rest stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost didn't get that one out, dude.
Yeah, no, that was. I knew it wasn't right, but it's like whatever, dude.
But you knew it was happening anyway.
It just had to be said.
I know, I get it.
Some things have to be said.
Yeah, so it's National Hamburger Day, but it's also International Burger Day.
Oh!
So this is a worldly celebration.
I just looked up. As soon as I heard burger, I looked up the dump burger of the month.
Okay.
Or the bomb, as we say. Burger of the month. Was the goat tangler.
Okay.
Half a pound fresh ground chuck, whipped. Oh my God, dude, you're gonna be in heaven. Half a pound fresh ground chuck. Which is a steak. In other words, whipped honey goat cheese, paired with a house-made pineapple rhubarb bourbon sauce.
No, that sounds magical.
All topped with Christy onion. Christy's my wife. She's not topping the hamburger.
It smells like onions.
Oh!
Married the stinky girl.
All topped with crispy onion tanglers and served on a toasted brioche bun.
Oh, dude.
The goat tangler, only at the Dump Bar in Cambria.
Yeah.
I might haul my ass up there for that one. House-made pineapple rhubarb bourbon sauce. I do a shot of that. I don't even put that on burger.
I got so much goddamn rhubarb. I don't know what the hell to do with it.
Oh my goodness!
I gave a bunch of it away. But it sounds like I'm going to be making a rhubarb bourbon pineapple sauce.
Wow.
Holy smokes. That sounds amazing.
Half a pound of ground chuck.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. The goat tangler at the dump, everybody. Go get some.
Buddy. It's also National Brisket Day.
Oh, I love the burnt ends.
Now, when our steer got slaughtered out at Straka Meats, it was a steer raised by one Mr. Eric Knockreiner.
Nice plug.
Thank you. Whose birthday is in 3 days. At a Plain, Wisconsin. Anyway, and Straka's running a beef sale. You should probably check that out. Anywho, when we got our steer slaughtered and you go through and you pick out what cuts you want, I got a brisket. And I ain't never made no brisket before. I don't know what to do with it, but I figured I knew enough people that would.
Oh, there's just nothing better than that fat laying around in some sauce. Oh.
Are we talking about the naked bike ride again?
Yeah,
What's happening?
Talking about glazed naked bike riders in the world. Naked bike ride.
Oh, no.
Smoked brisket. Just get out of my face. Just get away from me.
I know the Crawfish Junction has a burger. I think it's called the Betty something or other. They put a piece of brisket on the burger.
Oh, wow.
So you can take care of 2 and 1.
Oh, wow, really?
Uh-huh.
All right. Never considered that.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to mix my burnt ends though. I just they just melt in your mouth. I don't think I need to add to that. But I bet that's good.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's got to be good.
The Crawfish Junction is my go-to for
Dude,
burgers.
you are throwing some plugs out today.
Dude, I'm like a plug
you better
maniac.
get some free French fries or something.
Plug maniac. And their fries are good. Okay, also
why don't you
today,
mention a couple of sushi places so we can get some free sushi? Have I tell you how good a Red is, everybody? Thank you very much.
Free
They ain't giving nothing free away, Red.
It's Whooping Crane Day. Ain't never ate one of them.
A whooping crane?
Yeah.
Chicken of the sky?
Whooping crane was very close to extinction by the year 1973. Less than 50 birds in the entire population. The International Crane Foundation and Baraboo helps conserve cranes and their ecosystem around the world. Organization provides info, leadership, and encouragement to help resolve the issues affecting cranes.
I think a crane would taste with a rhubarb
pineapple sauce?
Pineapple sauce.
Friggin' delicious.
A bourbon pineapple sauce.
Yeah.
Sounds delish.
So it's estimated there are about 800
You talking about the
cranes in the world.
Talking about the cranes that we see around here?
Those are sandhill.
Oh, those are sandhill cranes. Yeah, those are different. Are these white?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are harder to find.
Yes, there's about 800 of them.
Yeah, you don't see many of those. I've seen one. I think I've seen one.
I don't know if I've ever seen one, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. So, adult cranes are usually almost completely white.
Yeah.
Their non-white markings are their black wing tips and their, I almost said tits.
Well, I
just wing tits.
I just called my wife an onion, so don't worry about it. It's fine. Christy tangles. Yes, she does.
And black facial markings. So,
wow.
They mate for life.
Yeah.
Chicks are born a cinnamon brown color. Oh, dude. I saw
pretty bird.
There was a couple sandhill cranes that adopted a little gosling.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. They took in a gosling and they were raising it next to their...
Like the ginger beer? Or the other one?
No. The male and female whooping cranes do not have specific gender names like most animals. They are seen to have elaborate courtship rituals, which usually involve dances. Same thing with the sandhill cranes. I've seen them do their little dances.
Yeah. I still appreciate a sandhill crane. I know they annoy people and they eat crops and ruin things, but I see a sandhill crane with a baby and I cheer them on. You know what I'm saying?
Don't ever feed them.
I've never fed a sandhill crane.
Don't start.
No.
Yeah, they become pretty demanding.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then you'll grow to hate the sandhill crane.
Well, I don't want that.
No.
Out there with a bullhorn screaming at a sandhill.
Oh, yeah, and those scream right back at you.
Yeah.
So, yep, there you go. whooping crane day.
Yeah, I was out. Was I in the Mississippi? I'm trying to think. It was years ago. And I knew what I was looking at because you never see them. You never see a whooping crane.
You know what I've been seeing? A lot lately is freaking pelicans around here.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
No, you don't really see a lot of lesbians around here. When I do see them, I'm like, look, it's a lesbian.
Don't feed it. Don't feed it.
They get territorial.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive.
They won't leave you alone.
They have the world-renowned spitting labia. Do not approach the rare lesbian.
And wingtits.
Wingtits. Yes.
Anyway, pelicans.
Pelicans?
I've seen a bunch of them around.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
I think
Seems to be making a comeback. Oh. Don't call it a comeback.
I think I've seen some. You're not talking about the basketball team, right?
No, I sure ain't, John.
I saw pelicans, I guess, last time I was in Florida, right? Pensacola.
You ain't never seen them around here?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
At the zoo or in the wild?
In the wild.
I don't think I've ever seen, like Horicon Marsh or something?
Well, I've seen them out by Jefferson, but then...
Really?
They're out by the Lodi area.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of them out in this, marshy area.
I suppose.
Like a whole slew of them.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, here it says Horicon Marsh, Lake Winnebago system. Yeah, but I feel like their population might be growing because I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't remember seeing cranes or pelicans growing up. So, but I see them now as an adult. But maybe I just didn't know any better. I don't know.
I haven't seen a pouch like that since I threw a dump burger in your mom's gullet.
Thank you. Anyway, it's a World Otter Day as well.
I love otters.
They're pretty damn cute.
I am a huge fan. Oshner Park, weren't they going to build the otter farmhouse or something like that?
Yeah.
Like otter exhibitors. I wonder if that got built. I haven't been up there in a while, but
I don't know. I heard rumblings.
I love the otter. Yeah, I've donated to the otter thing. I put a couple of bucks in the little otter box. But enough about your mom's gullet.
I knew it. I just sat here and waited for the joke.
How about otters? They mate for life? They all good? I don't know much about. I don't know. Give me an otter fact.
Well, I know them river otters will eat your goddamn face off.
I thought that was a badger. An otter will?
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay.
Last summer, there was someone on my news feed. They were going down the river.
You're talking about like an ocean otter? That's a seal.
A river otter.
A river otter.
Yeah, the North American river otter.
All right.
And a river otter friggin' attacked her.
Really?
And ate her face.
So it's not a pet.
No.
Not a pet.
No.
All right.
But anyway, World Otter Day occurs on the last Wednesday of May.
Oh my God, they're like pileated woodpeckers of the ocean.
Yeah. Otters are beautiful, playful animals that live in wetlands across the world. Species are declining due to habit destruction, reduction of prey, roadkill, and illegal trade for fur and as pets.
I'm trying to think outside of a zoo if I've ever seen an otter. I think the answer is no there. I see muskrat all over the place.
There are 13 different species, 12 of which are disappearing.
Wow.
7 of these species are declared as vulnerable and 5 are endangered, which is probably why they're eating our faces. The International Otter Survival Fund founded World Otter Day with 2 goals in mind. First, to help raise awareness of the dangers that otters face, and second, to educate people on how to protect their habitat.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Humans. Stupid humans.
Mm-hmm.
Always trapping them and making fur coats.
So you can join Team Otter Club.
I always see the little otters oil spills. Oh, that was a scene in Wedding Crashers. See, the little otter had oil in his eyes. He's like, remember that? Remember the scene?
No.
And then he went, and then Owen Wilson put eye drops in what's his name's water.
Yeah,
remember that?
I just listened to a true crime podcast about someone getting murdered with eye drops. There are hundreds of pelicans on Beaver Dam Lake.
Oh, really?
The pelicans began arriving a few years ago. They've decimated the walleye population. Thank you.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, they're great swimmers, can hold their breath, and they eat things that are 4 times bigger than they are. That's impressive.
I bet you've seen an otter, a river otter, and didn't know.
I thought it was Bigfoot or something. You never know.
How big do you think these things are?
Well, you said they didn't eat faces off.
Okay. The estimated otter population.
They're just baby seals, basically, right?
Approximately 11,000. They got tails, buddy.
Yeah. They're like a 30-pound otter coming at your face.
That's a big otter.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty dang cute.
Well, the natural predator to an otter would be what? A coyote? A wolf? A coyote? Maybe a bear if you're in the right place. Otherwise, yeah, building condos would take care of it.
Many otters do mate for life, to answer your earlier question.
All right.
Are you wondering about the river otter?
What's the diff?
Their natural predator.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say trapping and probably wolves and, sure, condos and probably getting rid of rivers and ponds.
Coyotes, bobcats, gators, eagles, and wolves.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be slippery.
Got a lot.
Yep.
God damn, they're cute, though. I can't believe you eat my face.
Yeah, well, when he's swimming away
Why are you so cute?
When he's swimming away with your arm, you think differently. You think, oh, I even did a news story about this. There goes.
It's like, got your nose.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep. Damn. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so there you go. There is a giant otter. That's crazy.
How big is a giant otter?
Let's see. How big is a giant river otter? Holy. 71 pounds.
It's like it's like an 8th grader. What the hell is that?
Hell no.
Hell no. Put him on the football team. What the hell are we doing?
Between 3 and 5.5 feet in length.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not screwing with that thing.
Hell no.
I'm never getting in Lake Mendota again. I'm done.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.